that you can't figure out. It's just like the first time somebody ran the zone read or the first time somebody ran the triple option or whatever, you know? You have to figure it out. Now,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing in high school football with the A11 offense that people can't figure it out, or not punting on fourth down. There's a school in Texas that has never punted in a high school football game at all, and they've only lost 3 games in like 5 years. Same thing. Ask your buddy, the head coach of the Lake Erie Monsters. How, if he looks back in the history books, how coaches felt the first time a team pulled their goalie with less than a minute to go.
Oh, no, absolutely. You look at some of the new modern variations of the fake punt where you'll see. Matter of fact, you even saw a bit of it last night with the shift that Oregon attempted before Ohio State called timeout, where you'll end up with a center and 2 guards and everybody else heads off to the left side of the field. And you're like, what the hell is going on here? Where's everybody going? Again, unique stuff. And I'm just saying that as long as you are not violating the rules. I mean, to me, you just get – that's one where it sucks, where afterwards, if I'm the other coach, I sit there and go, damn that Belichick, man. That's wrong. But it's not. How the hell did he – first off, I'm trying to figure out how he figured that out if I'm the other coach, and then going, damn, that's why – you should get credit, because people, again, haters are going to hate, and I'm not saying that he didn't cheat and do Spygate and all of that. Of course he did. But to me, this is just simply outsmarting the rest of the league, man. And I thought it was cool. I'm one of those guys that gets into that because I appreciate in any sport or any business just doing something that nobody else has ever thought to do and it working. I think there's something to be said for that. Hell, in coaching, what are we supposed to do? We're just all supposed to coach the players and win games based on our talent. Hell no. The best coaches are the ones that change the league. Why does everybody say that Paul Brown was so great? Not just because he was the coach of the Browns back in the day. He did things that changed the game at the time, such as inventing the idea of the practice squad, or, you know what I mean? Like, those are game-changing things that eventually evolved into things, but it gave him a heads up on the rest of the league. He could stash 6 or 8 players that the rest of the league couldn't touch because he gave him a job with the taxi company, McBride in the early days of the Cleveland Browns, So, again, and it is deception. I will give you that. But isn't a double reverse pitch into a flea flicker, isn't that an incredibly deceptive play? Wait a minute. You can't hand it off to one guy and then hand it off to the other guy and then pitch it back to the quarterback. Or what about those reverses that end up with the wide receiver passing it to the quarterback? And you go, well, wait a minute. The quarterback's not an eligible receiver. How could he go out and catch a pass? He is an eligible receiver. Again, it's people that evolve the game. And I just thought, man, you can be mad as you want that Bill got the best of you for one weekend, but he did. And now if you're a good coach, you've seen it on film, you'll never get caught with it again. But it got you where you needed to go if you're the Patriots. It got you one more game. To me, that's being a masterful head coach. That's just my thoughts on that.
And you know what? I'll leave you with this because, it's 3 great quotes on that I've heard from 3 different people. The first one was my dad, and I remember being a young kid when Richard Nixon was going through his trials and tribulations, and my father said, hey, he didn't do anything that any other president didn't do. He just got caught. And, same thing, Steinbrenner, when he took over the Yankees. And, I'm by far a baseball guy, but I did pay a little attention to it when I was a kid. And same thing, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, I hear you there, but see, to me, that insinuates that he got away with cheating, and I don't believe. I do understand that expression, especially in baseball. That insinuates that he got away with something wrong. I don't think he did. I just think he thought of something that nobody else ever thought of. And the best part is when he explained it afterwards, he said, "Hey, I didn't come up with this." He said, "I come up with this version of it." But I was actually watching somebody else's game film in the NFL, and they did a variation of this, and I just said, well, wait a minute. If they did it this way, what if we did it this way? And I checked with the NFL, and the NFL said it was okay, so we decided, hey, we're going to save this for a rainy day, and sure enough, it happened to rain on that game in Baltimore. But he actually took the germ of the idea from somebody else in another NFL team that did something similar, and he evolved it. To me, that's what you pay a head coach for, to evolve something, to see another team do it and go, well, hell, wait a minute. If you could do that, what if I pulled this guy here and did that? That's being great at what you do. And some people can't understand that thought process. I can. This is not videotaping practice. This is just coming up with something nobody else ever thought of. So you got what, Patriots and the Packers in the Super Bowl?
I'm going to definitely go with Green Bay, but I'm still going to be up in the air with the AFC. It's
really?
Too close to call.
Really? You think the Colts have a shot here with Andrew Luck?
A minor shot. You know what? I will, since I won't be with you next week after the game, I'll text you so you could you can get out there and at least have some comments for me, and I'll tell you why, what happened if it happens. So I'll give you that much. Because I'm still drawing my conclusions here. I got to look at all my variables, and I need to look at my offensive statistics. The two teams against similar opponents with similar systems over the next couple of days.
I'll tell you what, Bill. Let's you and I talk off the air. Let's see what your schedule is next week. Maybe we can find a different day or something and find a way to get some thoughts from you coming out of the championship games. Either way, it's a lot of fun this week, and we've got a lot more to go as we continue to plow the way to a Super Bowl. And then you and I, our work has just begun. We start to do your bread and butter and diving into the draft. Dr. Football, great conversation, talking Buckeyes and Ducks and Browns and NFL and coaches and playoffs and Peyton Manning and all kinds of stuff, and Bill Belichick, and a good hour-long conversation. Thank you so much for sitting down with us today, my friend.
Oh, yeah, and, like I said, always an honor and a pleasure to work with somebody who really gets it in this business. One of the reasons why I'm still doing a little bit of it is because of you, J-Rock.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm glad to have you here, man, every week. So I'm looking forward to next week. We'll find a way. We're going to find a way to get you on. May not be Tuesday, but we'll figure something out.
Maybe Monday. Monday while I'm in process, while I'm en route going to from here to Vegas for the Shooting Outdoor Trades Convention show.
Let's you and I figure it out.
Monday would be the day.
Let's you and I figure it out here over the week, and we'll get set for next week. You have a good one, my friend. Enjoy the playoff games, championship round this weekend, and we'll catch up next week.
All right, J-Rock. You be good, and you guys in the chat room behave, and we'll talk soon.
All right, my man, Dr. Football. You guys can tweet with them, as always, at Ask Dr. Football. Ask Dr. Football on Twitter, and he's here every Tuesday live on the Sports Fix, talking NFL, talking draft, talking college football, who knows. Dr. Football, here every Tuesday. Let's take a break and come on back. Still more Sports Fix to go. We've got to get the stage set for the Cavaliers as they get back in action tonight. LeBron better play. That's all I'm saying, man. Now, we got Cavaliers to get ready for tonight. We'll talk a little bit, too. Man, that Rob Konrad. You guys, we told the story the other day about the harrowing tale of his 9-mile swim to shore as it first came out. Now, they added more details. This is a made-for-TV movie right here, swimming with sharks and jellyfish, and man, we'll talk a little bit more about that, set the stage for the Cavs tonight, and so much more. Don't go anywhere. Final segment. Hey, if you want to get in on the phones, last chance, 216-539-7535. 216-539-7535. Final segment of the Sports Fix coming up next.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
Throwing you the best sports commentary in town. The Sports Fix.
Guys, want to take just a second as we head into this break and remind you about the official business printing source of the Sports Fix, our friends at Signs and Ship. Signs and Ship, I'm telling you, Chris and Pam, they've taken care of me since day one, and they can do the same for you. Whether you're a small business that's already been established and you're looking to grow to that next level and expand your business, or perhaps you've got an idea that you just know is going to be a great business and you need to figure out how to brand it and how to promote it and put it out there, Signs and Ship is the place for you. If you need a logo, they can create one for you. They have a fantastic graphic designer. Business cards, signs, banners, yard signs, mobile advertising, anything you can think of that you need to promote your business, they've got it at Signs and Ship. The best thing about them, too, is each of their locations, whether it's the home base here in Elyria, Ohio that I work with, or their spots in Virginia, Florida, and Pennsylvania, it's all local sourced. Very important to me because we all understand that small business is the lifeblood of the community. So check them out, signsandship.com, or call Chris and Pam today, 440-323-6060, the home office in Elyria, Ohio. Signs and Ship, quality printing at affordable prices.
It's an addiction. The Sports Fix. We'll be right back.
Fantasy sports lovers, you put so much time, hard work, and effort into playing week to week that it quickly stops being a fantasy and starts getting real. Real time spent making real decisions, creating real victory.
I'm the greatest man in the world!
And when the smoke clears, you want to show off those victories with a real prize.
I mean, a really real prize.
Yeah. Nobody does that like Fantasy Jocks. The crew over at Fantasy Jocks have beautiful, high-quality, and heavy-duty championship belts, rings, trophies, and so much more for all your fantasy sports needs.
The trophy's 12 feet high, and it is glorious!
Football, baseball, hoops, you name it, they have it. Plus, they have awesome draft kits and party supplies to make all your preseason activities the envy of everyone. If your league needs a ring, belt, or trophy, or you want to upgrade what you already have, there's literally only one place to go. If you're going to be a fantasy jock, do it right.
It's mine, the most magnificent belt ever created, and it's mine.
With America's fantasy sports superstore, fantasyjocks.com. The Sports Fix is now available every day on the world's largest internet radio service, iHeartRadio. Download the free iHeartRadio app, subscribe to the show, and get your fix. No football? No problem at Harry Buffalo North Olmsted. The excitement never stops. Every day of the week brings a different set of food and amazing drink specials.
And now,
Fight fans, Harry Buffalo North Olmsted is the home for every UFC pay-per-view live on the big screens.
Let's get it all!
And let's not forget their mouth-watering trademark, the Bison Burger.
They sure are good.
Nobody does bison like Harry Buffalo. The perfect combination of healthy and delicious.
Hey there, eat up, y'all. You's as good church-going folk. Y'all deserve a little treat.
What are you waiting for? Get to Harry Buffalo, just outside Great Northern Mall today. Harry Buffalo. Join the herd.
Hey, this is Alonzo G. You're listening to the Sports Fix.
Well, hopefully tonight, when the Cavaliers play that song that they play at the beginning of every game with that video there, there's no place like home. There's also no place like a 5-game losing streak to snap in Phoenix right here, because LeBron James better be throwing some powder when this one tips off. I know he's listed as a game-time decision here tonight, but to me, the vacation has ended. I mean, okay, I see what happened. Everybody was pointing fingers at LeBron. He took some time off. They made a few trades. He finished up his vacation in Dallas, and then boom, next day happens to be just a few miles away in Phoenix. Kind of worked out real coincidentally. Now everybody appreciates LeBron a little bit more. There's been some trades. He got to see his football game. Let's see if he gets back on the basketball court. I'm being a smart ass, but I'm just saying, I don't know that I'm not completely wrong about that when you look at the timing of the 10 days that LeBron James took off. Assuming he comes back tonight, it would be 10 days that he was off there. I'm just saying, the timing, my timeline's not off. Tell me that my timeline's wrong. That's all. I'm asking, is to tell me that my timeline's wrong. But we'll see. But if he doesn't play tonight, that's a bad look. When you're bouncing up and down on the sidelines after the game, when you're hopping up and down with Damon Jones in the booth, and all of that stuff, man. Yeah, just play ball tonight, man. Cavaliers need to play ball. I don't care who's on the court. LeBron, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, I don't care who's a max player. Arguments about the most dumb semantic things. Whole portions of the media today focusing on David Blatt, talking about, is Kevin Love a max player? What a dumb way to go with such an offhanded comment. Like, the second he said it and people jumped on it, I'm like, he simply was. It's like when people get semantic